US military aircraft carrying a few hundred illegal Indian migrants to the US, or to say it euphemistically, a few hundred Indians who didn't possess proper documents, landed at Amritsar International Airport in Punjab the other day. The opposition in India raised a hue and cry over it. They said it was a diplomatic failure of Narendra Modi government. The opposition pointed out that those people who were unceremoniously dumped in India were mistreated. They were put in chains or handcuffed. They were not given anything to eat or drink. And the opposition feels that the government of India should have sent aircraft to the US to bring these Indians back. But the government of India said only the able bodied were in handcuffs and women and children were not in handcuffs. The government of India said they were forced to return as per the laws of the United States, and the government denied any diplomatic failure in the issue. Does the whole country share the same view of the opposition? Do Indians feel that their brothers and sisters who went to the US were humiliated? Prima facie, it seems that a large number of Indians do not share the view of the opposition that this is a diplomatic failure of the government. Because India is also facing the problem of illegal immigrants. There is a complaint from different parts of India that a large number of Bangladeshi infiltrators have entered India and they have managed to manipulate authorities or create fake documents and have become illegally they are residing in India. So this complaint is there. So I don't think the average Indian thinks that it is the right of somebody to enter another country illegally and stay there. I don't think so. Number two is that, Indians know that there are a large number of Indians working in Gulf countries and they have the experience of the authorities in Gulf cracking down on them if they overstayed or stayed after their visas expired. And many of them have to serve jail terms and they were unceremoniously, many of them were returned to India. So I think generally Indians don't believe that anybody has the right to enter any country and live there forcibly. Now that is the situation. Let's get into the details of the public mood. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. As I said, the opposition in India kicked up a storm the other day over the unceremonious arrival or dumping of Indians as they term. But generally, I don't think the public share this view because there is no spontaneous protest in India, anywhere in India. One of the one of the main reasons is the people think that those who went to America or other European countries went on their own. They were not forced by anybody. And these people, they are not very poor people. A majority of them are lower middle class, or even there could be people from upper middle class also. They left India. Technically, they might not have annulled their passports or quit the citizenship of India. But these people, by emigrating to another country and they are wishing to gain citizenship there, in fact, they are like quitting the citizenship of India. This is the most important factor. And these people send at least rupees 40 lakh and even up to rupees 100 lakh or 1 crore for going to the United States illegally. Actually, if you have that money in India, you can live a prosperous life in many small towns in India. Suppose you are in possession of rupees 1 crore, then what is the need for emigrating to another country? Even if you spend rupees 40 lakh, you can buy a small house. You put in bank rupees 60 lakh as fixed deposit. You will be getting a good sum Nowadays, you get even 9%, 8% to 9% for fixed deposits. So these people definitely went to the US dreaming of a very rich life. So this is their own problem. So the whole country doesn't bear, should not bear the responsibility for them. They are not, we are not, the whole country is not bothered about such people. This is the attitude of many people. So as I said earlier, nobody considers this as the diplomatic failure of the government. Why? Because the opposition actually raised the problem in the wrong way, presented the problem in the wrong way. Had they said that these people were forced to leave India because they don't get proper jobs in India, I am sure there would at least be a few people who are willing to listen to the logic. But to say that this is a diplomatic failure and India should have forced US to act in a particular way, I don't think anybody in India will buy this argument. You know, many people nowadays are, because of the wrong arguments and the wrong manner in which the opposition presented the whole case. The people, nowadays people think that those who were forced to return from the US are meeting with the comeuppance or nemesis. So this is not nobody thinks that anybody should, you should sell your property in India and you should go to another country and that country should welcome you wholeheartedly. There are no takers for such arguments nowadays because the whole world is against illegal migration. People know very well about the trouble being created by illegal migrants in many countries. So that awareness is there. So people are not willing to buy that argument. I think the opposition raised the wrong issue and presented it in the wrong way. They should have said that India lacks proper jobs, the government failed to create proper jobs. I think if they presented it in that way, there would have been a few listeners. I don't think still people will buy that argument. Even that is not a reason for you to violate law of another country and enter there. So this is the issue. Now, another argument has come up in India that many Western people, Western missionaries especially, who come to India on tourist visa, overstay here for religious conversion. They should be treated like that. I think the government of India will be forced to do that in the coming days. If they find any Western missionary working in India's tribal areas or other underdeveloped districts and overstaying and working or doing something else which they had not revealed earlier, they will also have to meet the same fate. And I don't think they will get a different treatment because of their skin color. You know, the Western countries often demand preferential treatment for their citizen while they implement law to the fullest extent on any black or brown skin people. So I think this will have a fallout also. So I'm sure the US will be will be prepared for that also. But I think similar retaliatory measures should be done, or the government of India will be forced to do that if they catch a Westerner overstaying here, an American. You know, several Baptist missionaries are reportedly working in Northeast India, and many allegations have been raised against them for creating trouble, for especially in the recent Manipur clashes have been instigated by certain Western missionaries. So I think that is going to backfire for the West. But anyway, I think for the time being, people are not willing to buy the argument of the opposition in India, and they don't think that those who violated the law of America should not have been treated like this. People say when you decide to do something illegal, you should be ready to accept the repercussions also, the after effects also. So let's see how in the coming days public opinion is going to build up. Meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.